And if the Tony Stewart fans were concerned about him way back there in 11th spot, no worries. Stewart has worked his way right up to 4th.
I just believe this package that they have here reminds me a lot of the package that they had back with the wicker bill on the roof and all, where the guys have got some acceleration. You hear these engines, he's feathering out right there, but he's not losing any time because he's got enough throttle to get back. Here comes Dale Jarrett on the inside.
We've been talking about Michael Waltrip helping Dale Jarrett. I think Casey Kane in that 9 car, he's going to do whatever he has to do to help Patrick Compantier in the 10 car.
Monkey see, monkey do.
And suddenly at Daytona, racing is truly a team sport. The 9 and 10 are both cars from Gillette Evernham Motorsports. And Kane is locked into the 500, so he's got to help his new teammate Carpentier, while the 49 of Ken Schrader tries to play the spoiler.
There's Ray Evernham up on top of the pit box. Co-owner of the 9, the 10, and the 19. Of course, George Gillette, the other owner.
Ray's in deep concentration right now.
Schrader's coming, and Schrader's got the spot. Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon fighting for 2nd. Tony Stewart right with them.
Jeff does not have a lot of help on that outside right now. Denny Hamlin about 3 car lengths back in the 11.
Yep, can you say no, friends?
Stewart jumps to the high side of the 20 car. Stewart wants to lead in this race. He's going to get that run off turn 2 on the high side. How many times have we seen that today?
That is a great line off that corner over there. See a number of guys that are able to do it. It really makes them go down that back straightaway.
Uh-oh, Schrader backing up.
Getting wadded up right there, though.
Schrader has a goal to race in all 50 states before he's done. He runs about 100 races a year. There's a little track in Rhode Island called Barnyard Speedway, and it truly is that. It's not open to the public. It doesn't run regular races or hours, and I'm not even allowed to tell you where it is. But they're going to run a series of races this summer, and Kenny's coming. I'm
sure he will be. But that last shot from Casey Kane's car, that was our roof cam. But remember, that's a lot of what these guys are seeing out there windshield when you consider the oil dry, when you consider the sun coming off turn 4.
Rudeman 1 spot away from the transfer now, with chief cheerleader Boris Said, because if Rudeman gets in a transfer spot, Said makes the race on speed.
You know, Boris is going to be up and down that ladder a lot. Well, he's my buddy, now he's not. Yeah, he's my buddy, now he's not. Love me not. It is Valentine's Day.
So the 55 helping the 44, the 9 helping the 10, although they've gotten separated out.
I'm going to tell you something. That 20 car is a handful. That thing is slip sliding all over the place.
Trying to get up with his Joe Gibbs teammate. Now they're nose to tail as Kyle Busch comes up to the top side and picks up Stewart, abandoning Harvick.
Kyle Busch goes where it looks like the line's coming. He moves to the low side. He moves to the high side.
Yeah, if you had a graph on him, it looked like a jigsaw puzzle.
But what a sight there. Look at that 29 car on the inside and look at the Army car. Kind of deja vu from our Daytona 500 a year ago.
And look who's right in behind them.
Transfer spot battle again. Jarrett has the spot. Rudeman moves up as the outside lane stalls.
I think that 20 car is really not handling that great right now. I know he's hanging in there, but boy, I see him jacking on the wheel a lot.
17 laps to go. Harvick wants the lead of this race in that 29 car.
So now it's Jarrett in the transfer spot and his teammate Rudeman, with Schrader on the outside looking in, Carpentier, Andretti, and McClure. Folks, you're going to get 200 laps of this in high definition on Fox Sunday with twice as many cars.
The beautiful thing about what we're seeing here this whole week is how these cars can stay bunched up and how different guys can get the lead. Some guy will dive to the bottom and take the lead. Somebody will slingshot around the outside and get the lead. Lots of really good racing.
16 laps to go. Kevin Harvick out front. "13 laps to go. Not much has changed except that Dale Jarrett has lost his wingman. Michael Waltrip has fallen back to 7th place. leaving Jarrett to go it alone up there in that lead pack to try to race his way into the 500.
But you got to remember something about Michael now. He does not want to get his car in jeopardy because that's a front row car. You sure don't want to have anything happen to that bad boy. So he's playing it pretty darn smart.
Right. I mean, he got Jarrett up to third and said, okay, you're on your own.
He did what he had to do, and now he's just got to take care of his own stuff.
But right now we'll be coming to 12 laps to go. Dale Jarrett, David Rudiman, they would be the transfer cars.
John Andretti challenging Rudiman.
And here's Michael. He gets right back up. No, Dale, get back up there. I'm back here to help you now. Get back up there.
It's certainly a different kind of racing than we've seen at Daytona in the past. Watch Dale Jarrett. He'll have a look up at his mirror right there. Help me. Come help me.
Where you at, Mikey?
But you know what I like? How steady he was. That steering wheel, he wasn't jacking on it. He looked very, very confident and comfortable.
Jarrett and Rudiman are in the 2 transfer spots right now. That's good news for Boris Said. Then John Andretti, Ken Schrader, Patrick Carpentier.
And there those cars are right there, the 10, the 49, and the 34. 11 to go.
The 00. Not by coincidence, the same number that David's dad, Buzzy, ran with the blue roof and the big red 00 slanted on the side and modified tracks all up and down the East Coast for many, many years.
18 wiggled his way back out front.
With the help from his teammate Tony Stewart in that 20, and Jeff Gordon in the 24 car following suit on the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to kick Harvick all the way back to about 4th or 5th.
You could hear Harvick pedaling that thing just a little bit. That's about the point where the tires really get.
Right there.
Yeah, like I see a little debris right now. Get 4 fresh tires on this thing.
But I definitely think his car is just a little too free. We've got 10 to go now.
Mark Martin coming with Denny Hamlin there, and Casey Kane. Then Jarrett with Waltrip and Rudiman.
But Darrell, that's the pattern I'm seeing here. How many times, how many years do we come here and this late in this race, the car would be pushing the nose off turn 2. Sounds like everybody's a little on the free side, a little loose with this car.
Yeah, I think they did that intentionally because this car here has that graded push in it. And I think they're able to adjust out of it a little bit with the big right rear spring and that wing. Tell you one thing, Dale Jarrett doesn't fool around here too long now because, well, he's still got Michael and David right there, but these guys back here in the pack are closing up, getting a little tighter at the back.
Yeah, Patrick Carpentier in that 10 car right there behind Greg Biffle in the 16, and Kenny Schrader in the 49 car right behind the 10.
Steve?
And Mike, the problem with Dale Jarrett is really his car in the 44 has gotten loose. That's his problem.
Boy, and that's a bad thing because all you can do, you can't hang on to them when they're loose. You got to lift out the throttle a little bit. You can't get away with that and hang in your position.